I just got a MySpace page. My MySpace page represents Jesus. Does your MySpace page represent Jesus? Do you represent Jesus everywhere you go and everything you do? Are you in full-time service to the King? Some of you adults, do you live one way here and another way someplace else? Are you representing Jesus some places but not all places because you go to these other places and it's not appropriate to represent Jesus because it's really not a kind of a place where representing Jesus would be really accepted? Are your habits? You know, if you're robbing banks, that's probably not representing Jesus. Oh, I rob banks the way Jesus would have done it. I'm very nice to the people. Please give me lots of money. See, we have to represent Jesus, and we have to be people who represent Jesus all the time because you're his representatives. That's what that means. So we ended this at camp because we did this at camp, and we ended it by singing an old song. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. Then we sang this verse. Though none go with me, still I will follow. Though none go with me, still I will follow. Though none go with me, still I will follow. No turning back, no turning back. I've said it a couple of times. You know, sometimes as Christians we don't say lies, we just sing them. We've got to make up our mind. And if you've been full-time for Jesus for a lot of years, but you've been cheating the clock, you've been sneaking out the back to talk to Ed while you were on the clock and getting paid. How many of you know you are getting paid? He's going to take care of you. You're in covenant with him. And you've been sneaking out the back to talk to Ed or Bob or whatever, you know. It's like, yeah, I know the company. I've been taking a break that I don't get paid for, but I've been getting paid. I've been taking hours. Man, I've known people, they tell the stories at, GM. I mean, guys that, build themselves a little place in some bunch of pallets someplace. They got pillows and a little TV, got it all hooked up, sitting back there for hours watching Oprah or whatever. I don't know. I knew a guy that didn't work at this GM plant. He worked at another GM plant. He wasn't a Christian, so it was, I couldn't really say to him, that doesn't represent Jesus. But he talked about how he would be doing his morning exercise routine. He walked the plant at a fast pace. And if a person saw him that was, foreman saw him and said, hey, I need you to do something. He'd go, okay, I'll be right back. And he'd just keep walking like he was actually doing something for the company. And he'd come back around after he finished his exercise routine and say, what do you need? I got that other thing done now. What do you need now? Like he was doing something for the company. Man, Jesus is calling us to a better level, to a higher place. And if we'll go to that place, he will look at us and he'll entrust us with greater things. He'll pour his Spirit out on us. Not so much that he'll pour his Spirit out on it, but we'll be able to receive it. Our receptors will get better when we start doing what he's called us to do. Are you in full-time ministry?